Hello friends, it's Sherry. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for joining me. I'm here to start a new project and I had showed you this a couple weeks ago because I was so anxious to start on it and I had got this new scrapbook paper that I ordered special for this journal. I've never done that before. I've always just used what I have, right? But I saw this scrapbook paper and it was so, I don't know, I just thought, it would be so perfect to me anyway. So I'm starting to work on it. I'm just starting to work on it. I just cleaned up my craft room pretty much. There's still a couple things I need to put away, but from the flea market journal. So as I have been planning on doing this, I've been gathering, as I see things, gathering things. So let me just show you one thing. I want to throw this in the trash before I show you what I've gathered. So yeah, this is the Better Homes and Gardens Handyman's book. It's a binder, and I took out the insides already because before I turned on the camera just now, I wiped it down inside and out with some baby wipes, and it took some baby wipes. I didn't even realize it was so it wasn't grungy, but just had some things that need to be, spots that needed to be cleaned. Before I made it into a journal. So I went over the outside real good. I noticed there's a little nick here, and I'm probably not going to do anything with that. I'll just leave it, but there's a little nick right there. And I did put a little bit of glue right there so the paper doesn't come up. I might put a little bit more glue there. We'll see. And then I wiped down the inside. Now the inside almost wiped down easier than the outside because this right here is very slick. And I'm just looking at these numbers here, but there was a piece of plastic under here that's kind of like, I think those are to guide the pages and keep the pages where they're supposed to be. Anyway, this was it was kind of brittle and it was grungy. If I wanted to put it back in there, I probably could have, but it's kind of brittle and starting to break apart, so I'm throwing this away. And then this also was in there. It's a very thin piece of clear acetate or whatever, and it is also kind of, see here where I didn't do this, I didn't tear these holes, that was like that already, so it's kind of just had some grunginess on here. It's kind of thin and brittle, so that I'm also throwing away. It had this in there, which I always keep these little page turner guides, and I usually recover them with some pretty paper, then repunch the holes and keep that with the journal when I make these binders into a journal. Here are the pages and dividers, just like I took them out. And they are all very, they're starting to brown, but they're all in very good shape. They're not torn or written on or anything. So I will be using as many of those as I can. Here's the first page. And then so, like you saw the paper before, which we'll be hopefully cutting some of that today. But I completely cleaned out this basket. I have more of them, but I want to start fresh here with a new project. So this was the basket I used for my flea market journal. Cleaned it out, and these are some goodies. Like I said, I've been collecting as I see things. I kind of said, oh, this would look good in that journal, my handyman journal. So here's what I collected. I put this wrapping paper that I just brought home from the thrift store and showed you on Thursday because of the colors. See the colors? Let me show you it with the wrapping paper. Doesn't it look nice? So I thought that would be nice. And then, so what else? This I just brought home. I thought this would be fun to put in here. And so, it's this little, it was just the cover that I brought home. This is all I found. And so it's just a little very retro looking cover to a outdoor cookbook, recipe book. This little, as I was putting, I think I put matchbooks in one of my last couple of journals, and I saw this one and it looked very retro to me. So and it says do it yourself, which, handyman, do it yourself. So I put this little matchbook in here. This I ran across somewhere when I was going through things here in my house. So it's a little Betty Crocker Holidays on Parade, but again, the colors, and it's kind of retro looking, I thought. And I don't know how much of it I'll use or if I'll use any of it, but I did stick it in here. I thought it might be interesting to put in here. And then this is an envelope that I found in my stash. It's the colors again are good, I think. And it's just and it says barbecues here, so I just thought it would go. And it's just an old envelope. I'll probably do some reinforcement of it and fixing up, you know, like there's a tear here, things like that. So that's in there. This called me, I don't know why, when I was taking pages out of my garden book. This lawnmower page, this is vintage, but this lawnmower page called me. So we'll see if we do anything with that. And what else do I have in here? Oh, this Rick called me. It matches perfectly, I think. And all these little pieces. As I was putting away my trims from my flea market journal, I noticed this pretty yarn. So maybe we can use that, see how it matches. And I'm not trying to match everything. It just, you know, when something's like so, you know, perfect in color, why not pull it out, right? And this has some nice colors in here. There's some yarns and like ribbon in here. This olive green one especially. So I threw that in here. This little piece of yarn, or this is embroidery floss that was on my desk, so I kept that in here. These stamps were in the basket before, and so instead of putting them away, I left those in here. This somehow got in my pile. I don't remember putting it in here, but it was here, so I said, okay, why not? A little wax seal that I had punched a hole in and put it on a bulb pin here. So that is in here. This ribbon, which is also a golden kind of mustardy color. Perfect. Or some tags or something. Journal cards, whatever. Ephemera, trim. So, and then I left my burlap trim out here too. I thought this might be very usable in this journal. So that's what I have pulled out so far. That's not all that's going to be used in here. That's just what I have out so far. So I would like to start with, well, first, usually when I make one of these journals, I start out by getting myself a template. So I'm going to grab a page out of here. And I'm going to grab a page that I might not use in here, you know what I mean? So if I mess it up, this is really cool. If I mess it up, it won't matter. Let's choose that one. It doesn't have any color on it, so. Alrighty. And then we're going to start cutting pages. So they need to be this size, and I need to have the holes there. So now, with these types of things, I do like to make some fold outs. Oh, I have this out here too. I didn't show you that ledger paper. I already had that out, so I left it out. I'm not sure if I'll use it, but it's out here. Anyway, I just left it out for my last project. I thought, well, yeah, I might want to use some of that. So let's make let's make like 3 fold out pages. We can make 3 fold out and 3 pocket pages. How about that? I think that might be good. Okay, so what I'm going to do, using my template here, let's see, so if the holes are over there, I would do something like, if I fold it in half, it won't be quite folded in half. I need to do something like, I need to fold it over not quite all the way to the other side. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to cut the bottom off. So we're going to make 3 fold outs first. How about that? I'm going to see if this is good, or because it's a little wider than this page, but I'm going to see if it's okay for so then I don't have to cut off any off the side, you know, just the bottom. So we're going to cut this off the bottom, and then all I do is for my holes, you know, match it up and get my little hole punch here, just my little cheap one, and punch the holes. So we're going to go ahead and punch our holes. Just make sure you're punching your holes on your right side and have everything lined up here with your page, you know, right here. All right, and let's see how it is. I just want to see if it's too wide, or I think it'll be okay, but let's make sure real quick. Just opens like this. There's no little things on the end, so, and these all go together really nicely. They're not, any of them are not, you know, none of them are off kilter. So just opens like that. Put it in like that. Let's see how it is. Oh, it's, you know, it's perfect. I thought it would be. So we can actually make the pages a little wider than the original pages if we want to. So that is perfect. Okay, good. So I'm going to keep this open so I can see what pages I've already put in there. I want to try to use, you know, maybe if I have 6 different ones, I'll use 6 different ones. So we use this one. Let's put this on the bottom and use the next one for another another fold out. These are all double-sided with the same thing on both sides, in case you didn't see that video where I showed these. So I kind of don't need this for the width anymore because I know what I did with that one. So let's go ahead and fold this. Let's grab one more. Let's see what other colors we have, because we've got this one. Let's see. Oh, let's try to do a different colored one here. They're all, you know, coordinating, but let's see what else. Oh, let's do this. Let's do this one. I love these papers. A little peace sign one. They're all very retro. I just love them. Okay, so now we've got this next 2. So let's put this one on the bottom since we used that one, and the peace sign one. Let's see, where did that go? Where's the peace sign? Hold on. Here it is. Here's the peace sign one. Put that on the bottom so we know what we've used. Okay, now we're going to cut these off on the bottom. We've got a little scrap here, which is very usable, and we will put that in my basket so I can make some tags or ephemera out of that, or pockets if we need a pocket or a tuck spot or something somewhere. Okay, here's our length. And we'll cut this off and throw that into the basket. Let's see what we can get done. I got 17 minutes left, so let's see what we can do here. I'm not going to rush though, but I just want, oh, let's put it at the top. It doesn't matter, but just, that's the way my cutter is facing, so it's easier just to do it like this. All right, now we'll punch our holes again. I have done quite a few binder journals. If you want to look back on my and search through my videos, I've done a couple of, I know I've done at least 2 Better Homes and Gardens with the red plaid, you know, binder journals, and I've done, let's see, I've done some little ones here and there, you know, just little binders that I picked up and made those into little journals. And I also just finished a cookbook journal with what was it? It was a Betty Crocker, I think. Not Betty. It wasn't Better Homes and Gardens. It was Betty Crocker. So that was another one. So yeah, I think these are a lot of fun. If you've never done one, and you want to do one, and you have a binder, I encourage you to try it, because I think you probably would love it. It's, you know, I don't think they're hard to make. The hardest part might be punching the holes, but if you have your little template there, I think that's pretty easy. You do need to make sure you don't turn your paper. Like once you punch it, if it's, say it's a single sheet of paper, don't turn it. I don't know, if you turn it the wrong way, like say you try to put it in like this, the holes don't really match up usually. What are they doing this one? Wow. In the Better Homes and Gardens, I think if you turn them around, they don't match up. Like the top is too high or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I mean, but that's kind of my experience. Okay, so we've got 3 fold outs here. Let's do some pocket pages. Yeah, these are all good. Okay. Now we got 3. Let's do some pocket pages. So we'll pull out this one. And that's the flower with the peace sign. Put that up there for a minute. And this one's fine. Very different design. And since this was similar as far as the waves, let's pick out another one that's different from that one. Let's do this one. Okay. So we'll put that one on the bottom. We've used that. Oh, so I have plenty of designs here to still use that I haven't used, as you can see here. Yeah, cool. I've got more than 6 designs in there. Two sheets each. So this one, these 3, we're going to make pocket pages. So we're just going to do this and go ahead and fold this up. I'll make a little, so I want to get that straight, a little crease here where my pocket's going to be. So just a little end crease. I'm not folding it all the way across yet. So let's just experiment with this one. I want to see what this looks like as far as when I turn it like this. So this way looks like that. So it's going to be similar because, like I said, it's the same pattern on both sides. I just kind of want to see if either one of them looks better than the other. Okay. I think I like this one better for some reason. I don't know. I'm going with this. Going with this. All right, and then let's see. So what we need to do now is, see, this is going to be a single page, not like when we fold it and put it into a journal where we're making a signature. So we're going to cut this in half. So like this, and then we're going to cut it pretty much in half. So like this. Alrighty. Let's see, let me put the extra pieces in, because I actually have, I'll tell you something, I actually have another one of these. So any extra pieces I can save. Like if I don't use the second page here with the pocket in this journal, I could go ahead and put it with the other binder that I have. I have one more of these binders. So pretty exciting, right? Oh, I love those. That's the only ones I've ever found though. So let's go ahead and glue this pocket down. Yeah, it looks good. I was just making sure the length was okay. Okay, I've got my art glitter glue here. Okay, let me get my little glue guard here. Protect my surface. I don't get glue on my cutting mat. And you can use your bone folder or whatever you want. If you want to make a sharp crease down here, I would just say be careful depending on your paper. This paper is not cracking or anything. It's cardstock, but it's not so thick that it would crack. It seems like the thicker ones, the really super thick ones, are the ones that have crack. I mean, I haven't really even, I think I had some crack one time, you know, so really haven't had a problem with that. I'm going to do every other here. So let's punch some holes. My pocket's right here. And here's my template. I just want to make sure that is even right here, you know, before I punch my holes. Otherwise it might be off as far as when you put it in the journal, and then things are whopper-jawed, if you know what I mean. You got to make sure that is flat there, not just, you know, not flat across. If you need to, you could put a paper clip or something on your, when you do this. If you're worried about paper moving your template, you could put a paper clip or a couple paper clips, like on either end or something. if you're worried about things moving around. So got one there. I'm going to put one over here and one back here. So let's get the other two going that we picked out for pockets. All right, so yeah, this one's going to be easy. I won't have to figure out which way to put it because it's just flowers, and then either way they really don't have a direction, you know. So all right, something like that on this one. Oops. Okay, there's that one. Let's go ahead and fold this one. The peace signs go like this. They don't go like this. So make sure your peace signs, if you're using peace signs, make sure they're in the right direction, right? Oh, well, I mean, these are down here are going to be upside down, but I think that's okay because that's just the way it is. I'm not worried about it. It doesn't bother me at all. I just would want the main part to be in the right direction. You know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and crease this. I'll crease this one. Okay, and then we'll cut it into our page size. Let's see. Get my hole punch out of the way there. So I hope everyone's having a good day and going to have a good week. Alrighty. Okay, so this can be a page. This is going to go in the extra pile, and this will be a page. Alright. Again, I like to make sure this is nice and even and flat over here before I cut. Alright. Yeah, I didn't really think about that I would be possibly cutting pages for the other one, but I think I actually am, so that works out well. So let's put some glue on here, and then we'll punch our holes. I'm just trying to get enough on there so it's glued down nicely but not take up my pocket room, you know what I mean? The more glue you put on there and the more it goes this way, the more pocket room you're taking up. So, and I could take these out and sew them later. I don't know if I'll do that, but you never know what might strike me to do later. If I feel like it needs to be sewn, I will do that. Usually art glitter glue will hold it closed though. All right, now some holes. You could use this for a template too if you have one of these and you want to use this for a template. Like, again, I just didn't want to mess up these holes because sometimes, like, the more you use the holes, sometimes you might get your hole a little off and then you just kind of mess up your holes. That's what happens to me anyway. My holes get messed up after punching, you know, a lot of paper like this. And so I don't want to use anything that I'm going to want to use in the journal. You know, this is just, I consider it an extra page that I can use for this and then not be worried about messing it up. Whoops. Let's see. We need this. And if you mess up your holes, like you say, you don't get this even and you see, oh, it's whopper-jawed. You can repunch it and then use some reinforcements if you need to kind of like make a new hole, if you know what I mean. Just use some reinforcements, or you can put a strip of paper here, glue one on both sides or one side and just repunch your holes. I guess if you punched your holes, I would glue one on both sides and then you kind of like just punch your holes again. So this is all glued together. Yeah, there's usually a way to fix these things. So put one here. Let's see, we've got, I'm looking at the lightness and darkness of the pages. So we've got that one. Let's put this one here. And we've got dark here, but I might rearrange these later. We'll see. And then we'll put this one here. I guess I could have left that open. Hope that's not too loud in the speaker. Okay. Looks straight so far. Everything's flipping there. Good. Okay. Let's flip it this way. I just kind of flipped. Probably should have flipped it this way, I think. Let's see. Or I probably should just leave it open, but I just want to see how it does. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to set that over there, and then I want to, before my time is up here, go ahead and pick out some of these pages that we'll put back in there. So there's, let's see, I usually don't put all the dividers back in there because there's so many, and then they take up your space for other things you want to put in there. So there's, let's see, 1 through about 11. So maybe I'll put like 5 or 6 back in there. But I like this page here, and I like the colors and everything. So I'm going to put that, I want to put that back in there. Let's just go with the first 5 dividers. So that, this one says hand tools on it. I like this page with the color and this very 70s looking bookcase and things like that. I like this one too. So I'm going to take, for right now, I'm going to take all the ones out without any color on them. And we can always put some of those in later or use some to make tags and things. But right now I'm just going to do this. Okay, here's our second divider page. Here's what it looks like on the back of this one. There's a little diagram there of a tool shop, it looks like. What's on the back of this first one here? I didn't look at it. Oh, it's just tool sharpening instructions there. Okay, interesting. Okay, so is there any color pages here? No color pages in this section. And then this is our section number 3, building materials. Now we could switch these out if I find some cuter ones. I'll switch them out, but right now I'm just going with, you know, in a row here, putting them in here. Okay, that number 3. Okay, was that maybe the first section? Oh wait, here's a color. Well, it's just wood color, so that's not too exciting. But I will put some of those back in here. I'm just looking for, this one has a diagram of screws and nails. So no color there. I think this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5. Oh, here's a color page. I'm gonna go for it. Put that one in there. Oh wait, here's something with color on it. What was that? This page right here has some texture examples. We'll put that. Oh, look at this on the back. Isn't that pretty? Shabby chic little hutch there. Cool. I like that. All right. Let's see. And so that was number 6. So let's just take a peek real quick at the divider pages. This one has a plumbing diagram. Not necessarily cute or anything or retro. Any more color pages real quick before I have to go. In this plumbing section, nothing color or jumping out at me. Okay. This one, wall, floor, and ceiling. Interior wall construction, so nothing really groundbreaking there. No more color in here. Nope. All right. Windows and doors. Nothing really, anything there that is jumping out at me. Let's see. No more color so far. Exterior roof construction. Yard work, storage and furniture. Oh, this one I like. I think I'm going to put this one over here and maybe switch out one of the other ones. I like the furniture. Diagrams there. And, okay, so nothing color here except for this page has some color on the back with all the different Better Homes and Gardens books there. I like that, so I'm going to put that over there. And this is general and blank, so I think I'm going to put this over there too and switch out a couple. My time is up for now, but that's where we're at. I'm going to definitely do at least one more video before I do my final flip through. I usually do at least 3. So, you know, couple process and then the flip through. And sometimes more than that, just depends on what I'm doing. So anyway, I look forward to working on this journal with you. Stay tuned and see what happens with this very retro binder. And I will see you in my next video. Have a great day and happy crafting.